I have made money on social media using 3 different methods typically. Brand collaborations, getting clients, and the third one is actually really interesting and something that I really want to share with you guys because I took a poll online and almost 95% of artists said that they hadn't tried this yet. And everything that I'm about to mention in this video did not come because I got a ton of views or a bunch of people followed me or anything like that. It was simply by positioning myself to be one of these people who could potentially make money off of it. Because again, social media isn't the goal, right? We're trying to make a living. If you make the work that you want to be known for, your social media just kind of becomes the portfolio or like the presence that you ultimately want to get paid for. So the first way that I've made money online is through brands. And I'm not talking about like becoming an influencer or showing products that really have nothing to do with who you want to be or what you do typically. I mean like making the work that you're already making and talking about the tools and everything that you're using, and it really fits naturally into 3D animation, especially because we're constantly using all sorts of different things. And so just by sharing naturally your process and everything else, you inherently end up sharing the tools that you use, and those can be brand placements actually. So for instance, when I reached out to Rokoko for a sponsorship, I didn't really have a ton of subscribers on YouTube. I still don't have a ton of subscribers on YouTube, but back then I didn't even have a lot of views on most of my YouTube videos. But the importance is that Rokoko saw what my positioning was, and that is, a small-time creator who has a workflow that they can share and utilize online that fits really well for their actual product. So for me, it worked out really well because I get to still make the work that I want to make, and I just talk about Rokoko, which was a tool I was already using anyway. So I've got action steps for you this week too, because I want you guys to come away with something from this video. So I want you to try and make a video or screen recording or something like that talking about the tools that you use and the things that you genuinely feel excited about or things that have saved you a ton of time, and then talk about those online, and then use those videos, especially if they're successful in some way, to pitch a brand. Talk to them, see if they like it, see if they don't, and work yourself into this if this is something that you want to make money with. The second way is clients, of course, and everybody talks about this. And again, in my poll that I took, over 75% of artists said that they were using clients to make money online. And the biggest lesson that I've learned, and I've seen other creators learn, is to try and consistently make the work that you want to be paid for. And that inherently helps out a lot with clients because they see your consistent style doing well on your social media. So again, if you want to make game trailers, then make game trailers. If you want to make car commercials like Brandon Leary, make fake car commercials and they could potentially get seen. Or if you want to be like me and make weird fake product cinematic ads or lightsabers, then try that. I actually got hired on by Zach Films way back when they were first starting, and the way that I approached them was taking my style, which was not their style at all, and making videos around that, and they actually liked that for a while. However, another brand that I've worked with for a long time, Sage and Salt, has been really pinnacle in my career because they've kind of grown up with me, and we've built our brands almost together because they keep coming back and I keep trying to make my animations better for them. But utilizing my style, it's been a really cool collaboration. So again, try to make work that you want to be paid for and try to figure out what it is that you like to do early on. So here's the takeaway for number 2, and that is to build a fake ad for something or a fake commission for yourself with your ideal client and see how you could potentially put their work into your own. And again, the big thing is to imagine yourself as if they had contacted you, because when they do or somebody else does, finally, you can already have somewhat of a framework to figure out the different things that you wouldn't have to figure out when you're actually already on a real project. And actually, that little bit of advice right there, just to take initiative and go forward, would have saved me years of hard work and trying to figure out things on the fly, and a ton of clients dissatisfied or just confused, really, because the process was so all over the place. So now the third thing that I'm really excited to talk about is collaborations with other artists as a way to make money online. A lot of people don't pick up on this, but it could be really lucrative, and I've done it for years without really noticing that there's a huge difference between collaborating with artists and getting different clients, because I treat them both the same way. But think about it this way: it's much easier to pitch another artist because they know exactly where you fit in their pipeline. They can see your work and they know exactly what you bring to the table. And it's funny because a lot of people think of these giant studios or these giant teams that are very official and, they've got these big offices, but in reality, there are a ton of remote workers or people just on the internet coming together to do big time projects. For instance, I just collaborated with Taylor Ellis to do a grocery store commercial for Kroger. And again, the cool thing is that, of course you take a little bit less money, but you don't have to talk to the clients. You don't have to pitch them. You don't have to do a lot of the things that you typically would that take up a lot of your time. And so it's just much easier to work with another artist rather than banking everything on, trying to reach out and cold DMs and everything else. And again, the other thing to remember is if this artist has a team, they probably have a lot more clients too. So they could use you on a reoccurring basis. And they might even have a network of people that they could help you out with, depending on the artist. Here's the action step for this third part, trying to collaborate with artists. And that is to DM an artist this week. Somebody who you feel like fits your style. Don't just DM them and say, hey, let's collaborate on a post, take up my free time, yada yada. Talk to them about a commission that they've had and ask them where their pain point might have been, right? Or if you're lucky, they might already say it in the caption. It would be really simple for you to DM them and say, hey, in your caption, I noticed that you were struggling with character animation. I do character animation daily and really like your style. Let's see if we can collaborate and maybe do a paid project together. And just something like that is 1,000 times easier than convincing an entire brand that you can basically fit into their marketing and come up with a entire 3D animation. Now, I'm not saying don't try that, but I am saying that another 3D artist might need your help and you have no idea. You never have any concept of where other people are. So again, if you're trying to make money on social media with 3D animation, it's not important to only chase views. Try and build a presence, or at least try to build something that you feel like provides value to others in some capacity at least. And that can still be in your animations if they're entertaining or motivational or anything like that. But importantly, think about sponsors, think about clients, and really think about other artists as potential collaborators, because those are all really good places to get paid and they wouldn't interrupt your process really at all. And honestly, I talk about all of these concepts in the guide that I created for everyone on how to make a living with 3D art. And it's not about just getting more followers or anything like that. It's about building an actual framework and business around 3D art that helps you make money and really, again, cultivate a living off of this beautiful thing that we call 3D animation. I've got a link in the description if you're curious on more of that. And I also would love to hear back from you guys, different interesting ways that you've made money online that you think could potentially help others, because I know there's all sorts of different things that you could potentially do, like making assets or modeling or tools, or maybe just even a different type of client. Something that's not product related, maybe like medical animations or YouTube animations. The takeaway for this entire video is try to make a fake ad of some kind. Make one project that you want to be hired for, or something that you feel like would be really exciting if somebody came to you. And then you can potentially use those things to DM another artist or talk about your strengths and try and figure out how you might work into their workflow. And again, so many artists are sharing their workflows these days. It really could be as simple as you coming in and just lending a helpful hand. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely leave a comment below. It helps out this channel a ton, and I will see you next week.